Hey, this is Alex with Vanworks. Today I'm in a 2026 Ram 1500 ProMaster Cargo van. We're going to walk through how to use your MMI. Starting with the home page, you have your quick menu on the left, a quick hotbar on the top here, and you can fully customize what shows up on the main screen in the middle. To customize your main screen, you're going to tap and hold on it. You can drag those around. And if you hit the little pencil in the top right corner of each section, you can actually change what shows up in each menu. So these menus are fully customizable. You can choose different trips you want to show up in them, or even custom shortcuts for quick access to different apps. You can quickly add your Apple CarPlay onto that screen there, and you can add a few more selections for what you might want quick access to. On the top menu up here, you tap on this little button here. You can change different profiles for different drivers. So if you add somebody else as a driver, they can have their own settings set up with their own customizations. Then if you tap the little bell up top, all your notifications will show up here. And if you hit the little Wi-Fi signal, you can customize and set up your hotspot. If you pull down from this little tab right where the time is, you can adjust what shows up on that hotbar. To do so, you're going to tap and hold on what setting you want to show up there, and you're going to change one of these options. You can view more options by swiping. Now I just added my camera up above here, so I can view behind me even when I'm not in reverse. The dot down below shows me that I have 2 pages, and I can continue to add more widgets and customize this home screen however I prefer. I can then select on the left to view my radio and music selections, change between FM, SiriusXM, and Apple CarPlay. Right now I'm in CarPlay, but I can change the source for radio, FM, AM, SiriusXM, and Bluetooth. I can also browse different selections here. So if I wanted to view my playlists, go through my artists, or scroll through genres, I do it here. And in the audio section, I can then customize my balance and fade if I want the passenger side or driver's side to be louder, adjust the bass, treble, and middle with my equalizer. There are also settings for speed adjusted volume, which means this vehicle can adjust to your speed, which means your music and audio will go louder when you drive faster, or go a little quieter when you make a full stop. It's just counteracting your road noise. And if you're like me and like your music loud, you can adjust that loudness and make it even louder. But don't forget to scroll, there are more settings hiding below that. Autoplay can be turned on. Autoplay just means when you plug in a phone, it'll automatically play music from that phone as long as you plug in here. You can adjust if you want your radio to turn off as soon as you open the door, and even change the volume for all the different notifications, whether it's navigation or your phone and more. At the very bottom of these audio settings, you can set up your SiriusXM and change a few SiriusXM settings. Jumping into the button here, we have your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. To exit Apple CarPlay, you're going to tap your Ram app here. To view your devices connected, you could tap up top and click Devices, and it'll show every phone connected to the vehicle, and you can quickly change it by tapping in the menu here. Below your Apple CarPlay, you have your vehicle settings. Inside your vehicle, you can tap on My Profile settings, and you can adjust your settings different than any other profile connected to the vehicle. Whether it's different themes, if you want your touchscreen to beep when you tap, units of measurement, your time format, and so much more. Below that, you can change your language and adjust your display settings. This is where you can change your brightness and themes for the whole vehicle, not just different profiles. Inside display, you can also set different themes, which just changes the color of the background between 4 different options here. Just gives it a slight different look, maybe more carbon fiber, more leather style on the back, but it usually stays pretty dark. If you scroll down a little bit in the vehicle settings, you'll find your safety and driving assistance settings. This vehicle is equipped with emergency braking, which means it will auto brake if it thinks you're going to be in an accident. You can adjust these settings and turn on and off in here, whether you want it to warn you or to brake and warn you. I recommend having warning and active braking turned on. The vehicle is also equipped with traffic sign assist. And if you scroll down a little bit in the safety settings, you're going to find even more settings down below. Your park sense is your parking sensors, whether you just want it to alert you with sound or show up on the display as well. And if those parking sensors alerts are too loud, you can actually turn the sound down in the park sense volume. You can also have this vehicle alert you if you're a drowsy driver. So that was quick access for our safety settings here. You can also adjust your clock and date settings, pair more phones through Bluetooth, adjust your camera settings. You have mirror and wiper settings because this vehicle is equipped with rain sensing wipers. If you have that turned on, your wipers will automatically turn on when it starts raining. Just be alert that when you go through an automatic car wash, it'll also turn on. You can also automatically have this vehicle turn on headlights while it's raining. Below that, you have your light settings, where you have headlight sensitivity, which means you can adjust how soon your headlights turn on once it gets dark. You also have your greeting lights, which you can set how long those headlights stay on after getting in or out of your car. You can turn on or off your daytime running lights, auto dimming high beams, cornering lights, and your headlights with the wipers. Below your light settings, you have your brake settings. You can turn on and off your automatic parking brake, which just means every time you put the vehicle in park, your parking brake can automatically turn on. You also have door and locks settings. So you can have this vehicle flash lights when you lock the vehicle. I recommend turning that on. Sound horn with the lock, or sound horn with remote start. That basically just gives you some sound feedback to reassure you that your vehicle is locking or remote starting. There's also audio settings in here, same as it was in the radio settings, just laid out a little differently. Below that, you still have your Sirius XM settings, same as in the radio settings. Below that, you can view your system information or reset all of your settings. In the bottom left corner, you can view all of your apps. We went through most of these already, they're just laid out a little differently. Below your MMI screen, you have your volume knob here, and you can power down your screen by tapping the volume button. You can also dim your screen here. If you tap the screen, it'll turn back on. To and scroll just scrolls through your radio stations. Climate controls are pretty straightforward. And below that, you have your traction control, your hazards, and your lock, which locks all the doors on the vehicle. To the right of your climate, you have plenty of places to plug in here, or connect your CarPlay through cords instead of wirelessly. Now onto your steering wheel controls. Your cruise control settings are on the right here. You turn on your cruise control, you'll know it's ready when it shows up here. Just like every other cruise control, you have your set here, higher or lower in speed, resume, and cancel. But this vehicle is also equipped with adaptive cruise control, which means you can set the distance of the car in front of you and change that distance using these two buttons here. This is less distance, this is more distance. On the left side of that steering wheel, you can activate your Siri, connect it to your CarPlay, using the voice button here. You can answer or hang up phone calls, and you'll use this side to navigate this menu up here. If you toggle right or left from your main page, you'll open up a menu section here. Every page you can usually scroll up and down in to go through even more settings. I recommend playing with this a little bit just to get used to it, but it's great to give the driver quick access to some features while they're driving. Thanks for watching. I'm hoping that was very helpful. Let us know if you have any other questions or if I missed anything.